Welcome back to the lab. I am Sec Guy. We have built the governance blueprint, we have managed the risk, and we have funded the security program. But eventually, despite your best architecture and your massive budget, the walls will be breached. A zero-day exploit will bypass your firewalls, or a trusted employee will click the wrong link. Today, we are talking about the worst day of your career. We are diving into incident management. A technician reacts to a breach with panic. They start pulling network cables and rebooting servers, destroying valuable forensic evidence in the process. An executive reacts to a breach with a playbook. If you want to sit in the CISO chair, you must understand how to navigate a crisis without losing the confidence of the board, the regulators, or your customers. Let us get to work. To pass the CISM exam and survive in the real world, you must master the Holy Trinity of crisis management. These are three distinct plans that execute simultaneously during a massive event. First is the IRP, or Incident Response Plan. This is owned by the security team. Its only job is to stop the bleeding. The IRP focuses on detecting the threat, containing the malware, eradicating the attacker from the network, and preserving forensic evidence for law enforcement. Second is the BCP, or Business Continuity Plan. This is owned by the business leaders, not security. While the security team is fighting the hackers, the BCP is how the company continues to make money. If the automated payment portal is locked by ransomware, the BCP dictates how the accounting team will manually process invoices using paper and pen so the company does not go bankrupt. Third is the DRP, or Disaster Recovery Plan. This is owned by the IT operations team. Their job is to rebuild the burned down infrastructure, spin up the backup servers in the cloud, and restore the data so the business can eventually return to normal. You must memorize the difference between these three plans. Security stops the threat. Continuity keeps the business alive. Recovery rebuilds the technology. One of the biggest traps in incident management is communication. When a ransomware gang encrypts your network, they do not just lock your databases. They lock your Microsoft Exchange servers and your internal Slack channels. If your entire incident response plan is stored on a compromised SharePoint drive, and your team is trying to coordinate the defense using compromised corporate email, the attackers are literally watching your every move. To prevent this, a CISO establishes out-of-band communication. This is a completely separate, pre-approved communication channel, like a dedicated signal group or a secure third-party cloud environment that is completely disconnected from the corporate network. You never discuss strategy on a compromised wire. Furthermore, you must establish a strict chain of command for external communications. When a breach hits the news, the media will start calling. A technician might try to answer those questions. A CISO knows that security never speaks to the media. The only people authorized to speak publicly are public relations and the legal team. If you say the wrong thing to a reporter before the forensics are complete, you open the company to massive regulatory fines and class action lawsuits. But how do you know if your plan actually works? You do not wait for a Russian syndicate to test it for you. You test it in peacetime using a tabletop exercise. A tabletop exercise is a simulated crisis where you gather the CEO, the CFO, the legal team, and the heads of business in a single room, and you walk through a disaster scenario step by step. You inject chaos. You tell them the primary data center is down, the backups are encrypted, and a reporter is on line 1. The tabletop exercise exposes the gaps in your strategy before they cost you millions. It trains the executives on how to make high-stakes decisions under pressure. A plan that has not been tested is not a plan at all. It is just a hallucination printed on a piece of paper. Finally, after the smoke clears and the network is restored, we execute the most important phase of the entire process, the post-incident review, or lessons learned. We do not do this to point fingers or fire the engineer who clicked the phishing link. We conduct a blameless post-mortem to find the root cause of the failure. Was our training inadequate? Was our detection software too slow? As a CISO, you never waste a good crisis. The post-incident review is the exact document you take to the board of directors to justify the budget you need to ensure this never happens again. Governance and program development are how you build the machine, but incident management is how you prove its worth under fire. We know that passing the exam will get you an interview, but what comes next? We want to get you job ready. Your next mission is over at secguy.org. Grab a free or pro membership and dive into our Job Ready Experience Builder. I want you to run the Tabletop Exercise Simulator so you can practice coordinating a simulated ransomware response with a virtual C-suite. Build a portfolio of executive crisis management experience that you can actually showcase to employers. While you're there, check out our salary negotiation resources so you know exactly how to leverage your new leadership skills for maximum pay. Get into the Discord community and tell the squad, has your organization run a full tabletop exercise this year? Or are you just hoping for the best? Passing the exam is just the gate. Dominating the CISO chair is the goal. I am Sec Guy, and the lab is officially open. Stay safe, stay secure.